Not everything about Mr. Beast is as generous as it looks. Beneath the grand gestures, there are disturbing stories of manipulation and exploitation that have gone unnoticed. The more you learn, the harder it gets to celebrate his so-called kindness. Let's take a deeper look at why Mr. Beast's fame might be built on something far darker than we thought. The good that hides the ugly. There is no denying that Mr. Beast has done some incredible things. He has built 100 wells in Africa to provide clean water, donated millions of dollars worth of food, and even paid for surgeries for 1,000 people to regain their sight. Those are undeniably good deeds. I mean, who would not be impressed by that? It is easy to get blinded by these grand gestures. But what if all of this good is hiding something much darker? The more I dig into his work, the more I realize it is not as pure as it seems. It feels like the charity is more about showmanship than real, heartfelt giving. Like maybe all of these good deeds are just a smokescreen for something else. People are just props in his empire. If you have watched Mr. Beast's videos, you have probably noticed that they always involve people in some kind of extreme challenge or crazy situation. It is entertaining, no doubt. But lately it has started to feel like these people are just tools for him, props he uses to fuel his content. YouTuber Dogpack404 made some pretty serious accusations, claiming that Mr. Beast's company scripts videos, rigs competitions, and even hires actors to pose as contestants. It is hard to know what is real anymore. I mean, if the people in his videos are not even real contestants, what does that say about his generosity? It is starting to feel like people are just being bought and used for content. And that makes me feel a little sick, to be honest. The rigged reality contests that aren't what they seem. One of the things I always liked about Mr. Beast's videos was the sense of fairness. It felt like anyone could win. But after hearing some of these allegations, that idea feels completely shattered. Dogpack404 claims that in videos like 100 Boys vs. 100 Girls, the results were rigged. He alleges that the girls' team was given unfair advantages. Because a landslide victory for the boys would cause a PR problem, there were even claims that production crew members were thrown into the mix to make it look like there were enough contestants. And if that is true, how can you believe in the excitement of any of these challenges? It is all staged drama. And that sucks because it ruins the magic. It is not about giving everyone a fair shot, it is about controlling the story to fit whatever image they want to sell. At this point, it seems less about charity and more about crafting a narrative, one that he controls completely, no matter what. Scamming the audience, deceptive sales tactics. One thing that really shocked me was the shady way Mr. Beast allegedly handles his merchandise giveaways. According to Dogpack404, in one livestream he made it seem like viewers could win big prizes just by purchasing his merch. But here is the kicker: the odds of actually winning something were as low as 0.06%. Let that sink in for a second. That is not a giveaway, that is borderline exploitation. And it is not just a one-time thing. The same tactics were reportedly used when selling his Mr. Beast chocolate bars. It feels like he is using his fan base, many of whom are kids, and misleading them into spending money with the promise of a reward they will probably never get. Is this generosity? Or is it just a cash grab dressed up as kindness? Broken contestants and overworked employees. What is even more disturbing are the stories coming out from people who have worked or competed in Mr. Beast's videos. Take Jake Weddle, for example, a former contestant who shared his nightmare experience in a yet unreleased challenge. He was put in a room for 30 days with bright lights that never turned off and paint fumes that filled the space. He could not sleep properly, and the constant surveillance was brutal. Weddle even said he suffers from insomnia now because of it. That is not just a tough challenge, that sounds like psychological torture to me. And it is not just contestants. Reports have surfaced about unsafe working conditions on his game show, Beast Games, with people getting hospitalized and even experiencing harassment. That does not sound like the fun, feel-good environment Mr. Beast promotes, does it? The true cost of his fame. This really makes you think about the ethical side of Mr. Beast's rise to fame. When you can literally pay people to endure dangerous or dehumanizing conditions, is it still charity? Or is it exploitation? I used to admire his work, thinking he was changing lives, but the more I learn, the clearer it becomes Mr. Beast has figured out that with enough money, you can make people do almost anything. And that is the scariest part, is not about helping people. It is about using them over and over again to build his empire. Is the price of his success too high? Yes, Mr. Beast has changed lives for the better, but at what cost? The more I look into the details behind the scenes, the more I start to question the true price of his success. I used to admire his work, but now I cannot ignore the darker side that keeps showing up. So the real question is fame and fortune really worth it if it is built on the suffering of others? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video interesting, do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.